All right, here we are. And here is everyone. Let's see, let's talk to them. I think we have read all of this before. Stinian. Yeah, we have definitely read this dialogue already. All right then. Here we go. This is Endwalker. Oh man, I can't believe I'm starting this. The next ship to sail. Often is feeling the need to take stock. A weapon coffer. Osles, do you have some time to talk? I do. I would like to gather everyone in Down's respite and together assess the situation in which we find ourselves. Let us take stock of the facts, shall we? The crisis at hand began with the sudden appearance of ominous towers in a multitude of locations throughout the world. We have since learned that said structures were brought into being by an organization known as the Telephoroi. 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 The Telephorei's stated purpose is to recreate the final days of eons past, an apocalypse. An apocalyptic event that would result in the destruction of all we hold dear. Already have these towers of theirs been the cause of untold suffering. Countless innocents kidnapped and imprisoned, their faith perverted for primal summonings. Yeah, that kind of sucks a lot. And unless we find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding the spires, we can't even get close enough to rescue anyone. Though shielded with a blessing of light, seem able to resist being tempered, at least. Yeah, but after what happened to Arnvald and Frodola, we need to be we need to be very, very careful about how we proceed. Yet, while these threats close to home are of paramount concern, we mustn't lose sight of the situation in Garlemald. As you know, the Telephori are under the leadership of Fundanio and one other delightful fellow, Xenos Yea Galvus, the Crown Prince and our dear friend. To date, he's reclaimed his old body, murdered Empress Varys, his father, and plunged Garlemald into an even deeper pit of chaos. The capital has probably seen the worst of it. For a good while there, I saw the bloodiest fighting in the War of Succession. But that has since changed, and in troubling ways. Aye, during our reconnaissance, the air was not once rent by the barking of cannons or the cries of discord. It was an eerie fog of silence which did blanket that ruined city. Some inhabitants appeared to have been tempered, and with nary a word spoken did they labor to transform the palace into a soaring edifice born of nightmares. If they were indeed made thralls, it seems safe to assume that these events too were orchestrated by the Telophoroi. An army of primals is awful enough, but in light of recent developments, I fear it is only the prelude to an even greater catastrophe. We need to devise a means to counter this threat, and quickly, before our allies are overwhelmed. We will find a way in Sharlayan. I am sure of it. Are you? Master Falchinaut's comments regarding the final days were curious to say the least. They were, weren't they? The forum knows more than it is letting on. I believe so too. Tataru, sorry to interrupt. We've just received word from Mistress Kryl. She says an arrangement for your visit has been finalized. You're to head to Lim Salaminta and board the next ship bound for Sharlayan. Sharlayan? I think it's Sharlayan, right? And on arrival, present yourselves as associates of the students of Baldassian. Come to assist with the Order's restoration. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. The arrangements may be settled, but what of your thoughts? They must race at the prospect of returning home after so long. I am eager to see it, of course. Of course, we should set off at once. Then I'll accompany you to the docks. You need at least one person there to wave and cry and wish you a safe journey. Quest accepted. And I gotta turn my music back on. There. All right. Let us go. That's not Lim Zalominza. I had forgotten I set this as my home. And I know I could have just taken the crystal here. But I was feeling like walking. The next ship to sail. Here we go. Everyone's here, which is good because I've already paid for your passage, and the fee is non-refundable. The ship for Sharlayan should be pulling into port soon, so please follow me and have all your luggage close at hand. Oh, I should have talked to the people there. It's alright.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule, or so I'm told.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
It's funny.
Their voices. It's good to hear them again.
Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Will this be your first visit to Charlian, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian?
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company. Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
His face.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Better.
Hey, Tataru.
Are you all right, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland.
But
It's just... we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hellbent on destroying the world.
well, we have done that before.
And, once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
Oh. It's not, I promise you. At the same time that I can't make that promise, this is just heartless to say. I don't want to say this. Let's just pretend that I'm gonna say, I'll bring them back safe and sound. But I don't promise. Okay, I promise. I'll bring them back safe and sound. I promise.
I'll hold you to that.
Alright. That's
Good. You're still here.
that's such a flag right there. I mean, I know this game is full of red herrings and false flags, false death flags like that, but that's just such a big flag. Like someone's gonna die and I'm gonna fail my promise. But I hope it's another red herring and not a real one.
Hori! Coulternay! What brings you all this way?
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower. Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return.
Alright.
We will too, of course. Aye. We, your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn, will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
You better. I'm joking. Thank you.
We're set to sail! All aboard for Charlian!
Charlian. That's how you say it. Not Charlian or Charlian. It's Charlian. Sorry,
It's time.
I've been pronouncing that wrong.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Have a safe journey. And please, please, be careful.
All right. We will. Oh my god. I can't believe we're doing this. Starting Endwalker.
And so you venture forth unto the unknown.
That voice.
A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux.
Reminds me of MSQ.
In uncertain times,
It is.
naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice.
Maybe not. I don't recognize that voice.
That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end.
It is MSQ. I'm 90% sure.
Treasure every moment, every step of your descent.
Oh man. Oh man. I'm already getting the feels.
And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Souls and stars. In the depth. Oh my god, I'm getting shivers. The adrenaline is making me cold. This is so exciting. What? This music? The haunted version of Answers.
Here. Feel.
Think.
Think.
Why am I hearing that song?
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser. Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt.
This is so haunting.
Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Charlian should be coming into view at any moment.
Alright. That's a good idea. Man, this is pretty. The camera angles and the lighting here. This is really pretty. Look, just the shots and how they are made. Oh. Am I dreaming?
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad. Hear, feel, think. And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
Holy Shoot. Oh my god. And the song in the background. Oh man. It's like what, 10 minutes into the expansion and it's already like this? I still kind of trust you. Why wouldn't I? I mean, I have reasons I could go by, but they are not strong enough for me. I still kind of trust you. Oh my god. I just want to stand here and listen to that song. Walk free. Oh man. What a great version of that song. Okay, let's try to do this. Why now, Heidelin?
After your sojourn in the First, I believe you have your answer.
Not really. I can't. It's because I merged with... I don't know why now. What is different now?
You have gained an understanding of what I truly am. What Eidolon has always been. A primal.
Oh, this is so good. But okay, but why does me understanding that Heidelin is a primal makes me more able to see you and to hear you? How does that work exactly?
Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world. And I was brought forth to bind him. Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The
Her
greater
mask.
his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish.
Huh?
The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield.
Hold on. First things first, she has an ancient mask around her, here, on her bosom. But, okay, that makes sense. Second thing. Yes, his strength grows because he's being reunited. Just like we have been rejoined 7 times, I think, like 8 with Artbird, right? Because at the start of Shadowbringers, Emmett Selk mentioned that. He mentioned that we had been... He called us rejoined 7 times. So, just as we are getting stronger, so is Zodiac. Now, the part I don't understand is why is her power inversely correlated with Zodiac gaining more power. Because what I was thinking about is, okay, let's say they managed to do the rejoining. Zodiac would come back, the people would come back, the ancients, but Heidelin would still be here, and wouldn't just history repeat itself? Wouldn't she just win again against Zodiac? Okay, she's getting weaker and Zodiac is getting stronger. I don't really understand how is she getting weaker. Because the rejoining is just the same as getting things back to the way they were before. So why going back to the way things were is making her weaker? That part I don't get.
Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid.
She's quite beautiful, too. Alright. Say them.
Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine.
Do you mean that literally or, how do you say, figuratively? Or not literally? Metaphorically? How do you mean that?
Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms. Monumental. Which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it.
Yeah, I bet. That's what Xenos is doing. And Fandaniel.
When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable. Then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
A promise. What could that be? Oh man, I can't.
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Sharlayan's just over yonder.
This song just breaks me. The normal version of the song.
I will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land.
I'm not gonna lie, it does.
We shall meet again. And soon.
I hope so. I still trust you. Yeah, that was... that's the exact expression I would have after that. Hey everyone.
Oh, what a fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
Hey.
And a good morning to you too. Taken a look at the island already?
Not really.
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
Ah, the sleepers have arisen. There she is. Good old Sharlayan.
Oh, I see it.
The music. Oh my god. I think the music in this expansion so far has been...
Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes, but we'll manage on our own.
Has been like
we must.
70% of the good for me.
You know, you're not alone in this, don't you?
Indeed. 'Tis as Sir Estinian saith. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side. I prithee.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We're in this together. All of us.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Sharlayan proper. There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
I hope so. If you are saying that, I'm gonna believe it. Oh my god. Here he comes. Here it comes. Yeah.
Sharlayan, the solitary island nation of the northern seas. Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands.
If that's not MSQ,
How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil.
he sounds a lot like him.
So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
So, is that voice talking directly at me?
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next then? Entry applications?
Man.
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
I bet they could if they wanted to.
Hasn't Sharlayan all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
'Tis true that, as a nation, Sharlayan only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders, especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge.
I guess that's true.
If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
Now the question is, would they be accepting of our reason? Because if they wanted to, they could just go against it and say, no, we will not support you trying to save the world.
May.
Yeah, exactly, Stinian.
Quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed. The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Sharlayan's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions.
Alright, that's how we're doing it then. We are not telling the whole truth. Okay. I like that. Because it makes sense. That would be the correct
Crown
move.
has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian. And our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration. Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
It's kind of wild, though, that they wouldn't recognize us. Seen as popular we were. Especially after the... after 2.0, right? With the defeat of Gaius. And how the Scions became really popular. You would think they would recognize us. Especially me, I guess.
Of course. The immigration officers were this way, as I recall.
I mean, don't they know that Urianger is is a scion. Same with Ishtola. They should recognize them. I hope this goes well. Unless we are... No. Well... Let's just...
Greetings. We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Yeah, unless she, right, the person here at the counter doesn't recognize them. Which is fair. I think that's fair. Oh!
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahat here of the Students of Baldesion at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today.
Yeah, I guess that helps too, right? Kryl just went here and provided all of the documentation and how it looked, right? So that would raise less suspicion if they are already expecting to receive the people that look like us, but they are actually the Baldesion restoration squadron. They wouldn't.
And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Yeah, they wouldn't have a mind to double check it. Kryl must be very reputable.
Ishtola rule.
Rule. Nice nails.
See how it glows? That list is etherically linked with the citizen registry kept in the main repository.
Impressive.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home. Now, who do we have here?
Yeah.
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alize Leveilleur.
I'm not sure. That's kind of not great because their father could just have prohibited any entrance of them into the island.
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that...
Okay.
The streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny.
Yeah. That's not good.
And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
Are they? For you?
We shall keep that in mind.
These last two are not Sharlayan natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Hello.
Name and occupation?
Osles Kiryu, Slayer of Primals. I mean, Baldesion student. I am an artisan. I'm not a very high level artisan, but I am one nonetheless. Adventure. They would then ask, why are you involved in this then? I mean, this is true, but it's kind of lying. Let's say we are an adventurer. I don't like lying if I can avoid it. Champion of Eorzea.
An
Let's not.
adventurer. Well, I suppose that is considered a valid calling in your native Eorzea. And it does indeed match the profile provided. You may enter.
Interesting.
And you, sir?
Estinian Valeno, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formerly, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
I'm the bodyguard. Oh my god.
If you'll allow me.
Thank you. His face was so great.
My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
Oh man, she's great at this. She's been doing this for a while. You can tell. Estinian.
Croyle, it is good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you will seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we? Oh!
Yes.
Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
Thank you, Cryle. You are adorable, as
As your
always.
mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
Well, I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
Oh, wow. Yeah, let's talk to everyone first.